This is getting kind of crazy. Big tech stocks, Apple and Microsoft specifically, are causing crypto to absolutely rip higher today. Everything is up about 10%, some coins even more. We just went from selling off for like a week straight, 10 days straight. Now the entire market completely turned that around and is erasing the dip after what just happened yesterday. And in case you missed it, I'll show you what happened and what is likely next. So we have Microsoft and Alphabet, or Google. Everyone just calls them Google, but they changed their name to Alphabet. I don't know why they did it. Everyone still calls them Google. But yesterday, they reported earnings after the stock market closed, and I wasn't even paying attention to the earnings reports. Yes, Bitcoin's been super sensitive to macro news and Fed meetings, and everyone's looking at those rate increases, but this wasn't on my radar. Thankfully, because I spend so much time at this desk in front of my screens, I was here to catch it, and I saw the move happening. I tweeted out yesterday that tech stocks beating their earnings expectations is pushing Bitcoin to the highest level it's been in a week. Some altcoins are now close to flipping green on the week as well. We have signs of life. I did not expect it to get this crazy, though. I'll walk you through how the move started, and then we can look at the charts to see how things are moving right now. So after the market closed at 4 p.m., they both reported earnings. They both beat their estimates, and lately, people have been super negative about the economy. Lots of talk about a recession. I'm sure you've seen it all over Twitter. And because the market has been so negative, when they both beat their earnings estimates, there was an immediate reaction, both for crypto and for stocks in general. You had the NASDAQ index rising and basically the entire stock market rising as people were more optimistic. They said that we're still early in this season, but it seems like Wall Street generally underestimated corporate America once again. Company level information could be easing investor fears on how corporate America is handling slower growth. There's a lot of eyes now on how well tech holds up, given it's powered the market recently. Expectations were already pretty low. When we beat those expectations, everything was able to rip. Crypto especially. And what I love about Bitcoin, it has this unique advantage over other assets, right? For most things you can invest in, there's one specific narrative, one story, one market condition really that an asset can do well. For stocks, the company just has to make more money. It's pretty simple. If the company makes more money, it goes up. For gold to do well, it has to be an inflation hedge. What's so beautiful about Bitcoin is it can shapeshift to so many different narratives. Are there banks collapsing? You could say that's positive for Bitcoin. Is there inflation and money printing going on? You could also say that's positive for Bitcoin. Are big tech stocks doing well? You could also say that's positive for Bitcoin again, because people group it as a similar investment. It's the same type of people that invest in tech, invest in crypto. It's just a similar story. And I think that's the most important takeaway on how the market is moving right now. You might be wondering, should I be looking at tech stocks and how they're doing to see how Bitcoin will do? Should I be looking at what the Fed is saying and macro? Should I be looking at the charts? I think the most important lesson right now that I've seen through so many cycles is that when things are bullish, if there's positive news and we react positively, that's confirmation we're in a bull market. Sometimes we're going to react like tech stocks. Sometimes we're going to move when macro moves. Sometimes it'll be chart dependent and crypto specific. It's as simple as if we're in a bull market, we'll react positively to positive news. If we're in a bear market, we'll just ignore positive news. And the reaction today is much bigger than I thought it would be. So I'm going to show you guys the charts, and we'll look at Bitcoin. We'll look at all the altcoins that are pumping and where we go next. So right here we have the Bitcoin chart, and if you had to take any wild guess as to when earnings come out, I'm sure you could put it on the chart even without looking at the timescales. It's right about here, right? This is when the market closed. This was at 4 p.m. yesterday. Google and Microsoft both reported that they beat their earnings, which is positive for Bitcoin. Same type of investment, same type of investors investing in it, right? The story is there. Maybe the economy doesn't have to go through a recession. Whatever you drum up the reason to be, we reacted immediately after, and Bitcoin has basically gone straight up since, right? We're up about 10%. This is a chart looking at 5 or 6 different altcoins and Bitcoin. Once again, that move all started right here at about 4 p.m. yesterday. I mean, to put things in perspective, this isn't a small move either. It's why it's so exciting. This isn't just a little 2% pop or a 5% pop that could retrace. For 7 or 10 days, we trended lower, couldn't get any kind of momentum going, and then immediately after they announced earnings yesterday, at 4 p.m., we've gone up only. And it's been like that for Bitcoin. It's been like that for alts. There's a lot of altcoins that are up almost 10, 20% from their lows. And we're just erasing that dip. We're erasing the dip that happened from 30K so quickly. So just the tiniest amount of positive news is enough to push Bitcoin. Part of me takes extra enjoyment in this because there were people calling for $20,000 Bitcoin yesterday, and just knowing all the bears today are wrecked, it just makes it that much sweeter. And so where do we go from here? As I said in yesterday's video, I expected a green May. I thought next month we would bounce. I did not expect us to bounce back this quick. I just didn't. I didn't expect earnings to have this kind of impact, but it did. It's nice. What I take from that is it is just the hallmark sign of a bull market when we take some positive news and have a very positive reaction. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We still actually have one more rate hike in May, and I want to see if the market can sustain this move. What you need to look for is whether or not Bitcoin and altcoins can stay above their monthly level. If you can focus on the bigger trend, as long as we're green in the month in April, I think it's setting us up for a massive, massive May. Bitcoin above 28K is the level to watch for. God, this has been such a nice surprise. So drop a like if you enjoyed this update. Let me know if you're still long or if you think this is a fake out move. I personally don't think it is, but I want to get your guys' feedback. And also be sure to subscribe because there's a video coming out tonight where I'm covering the most important news. There's still one big question in the market. There's a bank that could fail. It looks like the government is not going to step in and bail it out. That's what they're saying right now. Last time banks failed, we pumped even higher. Maybe the market's preparing for that. That is the biggest question, I think, in the market right now. I have a video coming about that soon, maybe even a podcast. Be sure you guys subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one.